But
You ain't
you know,
claiming them.
yeah, yeah. But I was curious about what you guys thought about uh this question. You know, you don't ask. You know, you never ask a woman. You never ask a woman how her girlfriend looks. That's one of them questions you never ask a woman. You never
You
ask
ain't
a
gonna get the
woman.
truth.
No, because her see a woman's answer for how her girlfriend look is based on
How she
how
feel
she
about
feel
it?
about her.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean? So it's nothing true about
Okay.
the answer to the question.
100%.
It's
You know
based
what
on
I
how
mean?
she
Because she
feels
gonna tell,
about her.
yeah, yeah. If that's her home girl, you know what I mean? They like, Ace
She's
Boone
pretty.
Coons or whatever. Yeah, she pretty. This bitch look like the bottom of my shoe. She talking about she pretty.
Yes.
Not to be.
Oh, excuse me.
What's your next one? What's the next one?
Hey,
Look like Precious.
hey,
Come on, look.
bruh. And see, this is the thing. You ask her, or you ask her, her husband, if her husband or her boyfriend, is a liar.
Oh, he a liar.
See,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
no, 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 no. This is the thing about that. If you ask a woman, is her husband or boyfriend a liar? It's based on if the nigga ever cheated.
Mm.
It ain't. It ain't based on. It ain't based on.
Yo, you
It ain't.
wildin'.
It ain't
I
based
don't
on.
think so.
No. Listen to me.
Yeah, he's right.
Let me.
No,
Hold
because
on.
if he ain't cheat, he told the truth about
Can I lay
everything.
this out? Can I lay it out?
Good, good,
Go ahead,
good.
man, pull it
Okay.
out.
Okay. All right,
Pause. What are you talking about right now?
bro. Anyway, that's you and Rail thing. I'm too old for that one. I
Go
don't
ahead,
even know
man.
what pause mean or what you talking
Balls
about.
are balls. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. But seriously though, that question right there is one that she bases on if he ever cheated. She don't base it on whether she can depend on him, as far as taking care of the bills in the house, or she got to worry about him spending the bill money, and saying he done did
Well, I mean,
something
that
else
doesn't have
with it.
anything to do with
She don't
lying,
worry.
though.
So if she give you money to pay the bill and you say, babe, I'm gonna pay the bill with
She
this
give you
money,
money.
and you spend the money on something else, did you tell a lie or not?
You definitely told
Okay,
me.
Okay, so then how can your statement be true?
Oh, okay, because I wasn't thinking about
Okay,
that ain't my lifestyle. I don't know nothing about that type shit.
Okay, well, see,
He said
if you
based
would
off my
listen,
lifestyle.
if you would listen
Okay.
for a minute, I was gonna bring it home for you.
Okay.
Okay, all right. And you can't. She don't base it off of that. She don't base it off of the fact of whether he say he's supposed to help with the bills in the house or whatever. He bring you money and give it to you, and you know what I'm saying. And you can pay the bills and stuff, and you ain't got no problem with him on that. It's based on he can do all of those things.
Yeah,
He can do all of those things. He can wine and dine her. If he say I'm going to the store and I'll be back, and he go to the store and he come back, don't none of that matters if he done cheated. He's a liar. And when she talk to her girlfriend, she gonna tell her girlfriend that nigga will tell a lie. What does that have to do with lying?
I don't know. Like I say, man, I ain't been no perfect. I've been married for a long time, at a young age, and so I've made my mistake. And me and my wife, she said we've had a conversation. Maybe one day we'll get into those types of conversations because I already got the green light that I can tell my truth
mistakes.
about the story. Okay. And so I'm pretty sure my wife wouldn't say that I'm a liar, even though there was a pad that happened before. Pretty sure she wouldn't say that I'm a liar.
Okay, you got your onesies and two.
I mean, mine will.
You got your onesies.
Oh, so you're a liar?
Yeah, I'm a liar. Yeah, mine will definitely. Yeah. I'm telling the truth. She gonna say I'm a liar. Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you too, bro. I said it before on the show. I'm a liar.
Okay.
Yeah, I've admitted to it.
But let me ask you a question.
Fabricate some shit.
Okay, so
you a liar. Then.
So
you just a liar.
All
right.
Okay, but there's no need of me asking you the question because the simple fact is
I'm a lie.
Yeah, see, but see, me, I don't consider myself a liar.
You're a truth teller.
I tell the truth on everything but one subject.
Yeah.
So,
sir.
I'm saying that's my past. That's my past.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my past. I've always told the truth on everything but one subject.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a caveat with that lie is because if you are a woman and we really care about you, we're gonna make sure you good as far as finances.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure that we take care of you. We're gonna make sure that we, you know what I'm saying, if something happened or whatever, and you that type woman and we love you, whatever, we gonna stand in there for you. I take an ass whooping for my woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I take an ass whooping for mine. You know,
I'll give an ass whooping for mine.
I ain't trying to take one. I'm trying to get one, but
I don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I'll take an ass because you know when you start in there, you don't know if you're gonna win.
No, but you got to think the glass is half full.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna win.
It sound good.
Yeah, it do sound good.
Always somebody that can change your mind.
Never mind. I ain't gonna lie. So look, we gonna talk about this right now. Okay, so look, I remember back in the day, me when I was younger, me and my old fuck that. I ain't going into that story. I ain't going to that story. It's gonna go too long. We the people aren't here for this necessarily. We'll talk about this on another case.
That was just, you know.
But
I mean,
but my thing is this, bro. My thing is this.
Gotta get it
I
off.
gotta get it off.
Yeah,
I gotta get it off.
Go
My
ahead.
thing is this. Is that does that make you a liar across the board?
No, see that.
You see what I'm saying?
That part I don't agree with.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I lied about that shit.
Exactly.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you.
In most cases, I'm either protecting or I'm avoiding a certain outcome that I see playing out.
Exactly.
And I don't want to deal with that.
Exactly.
I don't think that we should deal with that.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm lying about something, is because I feel like, especially with a partner, is because I feel like you're going to focus on a certain thing that we don't really need to spend a lot of time on. The main thing is actually over here. In a lot of cases,
because I check off this box, this box, this
all
box,
these over here. So
I check off all these boxes. This one box that I don't check, and I'm a liar. I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? But women, they're gonna say that you a liar because you lie about one thing.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna let you add
that. Listen, hold on a second. Welcome to the Who You Talking To show. Obviously, we done dug in. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I was gonna say some shit, but I didn't. We done dug in. But you know what I'm saying? I know that we're gonna talk about some other things, but this is pretty dope. I give it to OleHead. You know, came with the fire.
I ain't mad at it.
You know what I mean? Like, called out the liar. Man.
Yeah, but see, you could ask a woman and her girlfriend, they pretty much share almost everything, I would say. And she can know that her girlfriend lies to her boyfriend. She would never call her a liar.
Nope. No. That's
she will never call her a liar.
True.
She will. You as her significant other can pull up with your partner. And he can say, hey, pull off. Can I talk to you, girl, about her partner, whatever? You know what I'm saying? And I say, hey, shit, ask her. I don't know, too much about old girl. Ask her. And he can ask her and say, what's your girl? Your girl, she got somebody, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then the answer could be no. She could say the no.
Not tonight.
But then when he say that, is she cool peoples? And that covers everything. Is she cool peoples? And she's, she's, but she knows that she lied like a dog. But you, as a man, can lie about one thing and everything else.
20 years ago.
As soon as you open your mouth, you telling the lie. When she talking to, That he'll tell a lie. He'll tell a lie. He definitely
hold on
a
a second. Let me ask you something, because I know we are going to go on a different path in a moment here, but you made me think of something.
Okay.
Can you be lied to and be all right with it?
Can I be lied to?
Yeah.
From my
from your significant other?
Yeah, I can be lied to.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
I can be lied to.
Thank you.
I can be lied to.
Yeah, about like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can be lied to.
Which I'm just
that
nigga.
All right, I'll say why I say that.
Okay.
I'll say why I say that. I don't mean about some big shit.
Yeah.
Because like niggas that tell small lies to avoid a certain conversation that day for whatever, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, I mean that's fine.
I ride my shit when
that's listen.
Hold on,
there's
did you
nothing,
say I ride my shit?
Yeah, there's nothing cool.
Okay, I'm talking about if I.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Hold on. Pause for the balls.
Yeah. If I do something
about?
See, that's y'all.
No, it's not y'all. Don't y'all be nothing.
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
I don't pause on nothing.
Listen, I lie about one thing, and I said that, and I admit that. If you ask me, was you over here doing
No. If she asks, did you miss me? Like she done went and she was your wife.
You ain't gonna be like, no.
You know what I mean? You gonna lie about that?
You're like, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't lie about that.
Did you miss me?
Yeah, I don't lie about that.
Like, oh, shit.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. Like me and my wife, like,
because if I miss my wife, I'm gonna tell her I miss her. But I don't get a chance to. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that if she asked me, did I miss her? And I done told her before. Damn, I just saw you 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I'm
telling the truth.
I'm definitely.
I tell her when I miss her though, she don't have to ask me. I tell her I missed you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She don't have to ask me. I miss you. It ain't. See, I feel like that we, not just today, but more so today, live in a atmosphere. Excuse me. Well, nobody wants you to tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? We a little bit too thin-skinned. You know what I mean? Exactly. If I ask you something about me, you shouldn't be worried about whether or not.
Yeah, how you?
I'm gonna feel a way if you tell me.
Well,
the truth.
You know what? That's twofold, because sometimes when you really love somebody, if you know the person, it doesn't even have to be your partner, it could be a friend. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they're going to react to something. So sometimes you tell a lie because you're trying to protect their feelings.
No. I'm just gonna say I really don't have an answer for that question. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna weigh in on it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I'm
cut and dry like that. If you ask me the question, or I'll try to tell you it in a manner in which I think that you can absorb it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would try to do that.
Try to say it in a way that it's receivable.
Yeah, that is receivable to the person.
That's
I'm just not gonna just tell you a lie. If you ask me, you can get mad at me.
Yeah.
Because you don't like my answer, but you can't get mad at me because I told you a lie. Because that's not what I told you. I told you.
Yeah, you're right. That's facts. That's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
That's pretty dope.
The homie David Foster say,
that's facts.
No matter if his lies are truth, nobody can control the outcome. That may be what folk battle with getting off.
Yeah, you can't control the outcome of it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you though.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you. And then people, a lot of people say I'm rude because I answer the question the way I feel. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Maybe more people should be like you, man.
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you ain't gonna have a whole lot of friends, because ain't nobody gonna like you if you tell them the truth.
If you tell them the truth.
If you tell your friends the truth, they're not gonna like you.
No, I disagree. I
don't know. I think if I started telling the truth, a lot of people wouldn't like me. I don't have a lot of people like me now, and I lie anyway.
That's the problem. You're just a liar for what we You know what it boils down to.
You know what? Hey,
You admitted it.
you know what? Actually, I'm telling the truth because I admitted to it.
Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I own my sins. I ain't there to pay for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're really here because we want to know why I love my dad.
Right. Oh, because I love my dad.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
I think the clear cut, just bare bones answer to you. People like something to own something or to feel like something is just theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to your parents, you know that they are, you know, when
put
you
that
grow up,
mind
you're
in front
taught
of it.
that's your mother
mine.
or your father. And just because it's just like your car, your house, or whatever, if you enjoy it or you feel good about it, even when you don't, because kids, you can beat their butt.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, they come back and love you to death. You know what I mean?
Especially in the early years.
Yeah. And especially in early years, but it'll also carry, if you good to your child, it'll also carry on into later years. You still have, they understand that they got that whooping or beating or whatever you want to call it for a reason. It was something they did that they know they weren't supposed to do. So they can't carry that.
I will say this, and we're going to get into this because you're about to touch on something that we're actually going to get into just a little bit later.
Okay.
And that's going to involve some of the parenting that a lot of us came up with from between our generations.
Okay.
Not everybody got an explanation for the ass whooping.
True.
Yeah. Not everybody got the pep talk and the hug after the ass whooping.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get into that in a few more minutes here. You know what I mean? Like if we could stay on with the you know what I mean, basically the love of the father. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know what it is about dad.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about dad. I'm just being honest. For me, my dad wasn't present when I was young. Just like I wasn't for a lot of the time. I wasn't present. You know what I mean? But my dad was. Maybe that's where I got this from. My dad was a phone call away. He was a phone call away.
So he was still accessible.
Yeah. But he ain't gonna drop by too often.
Like,
but if you pick up the phone, and my mama picked up the phone and said, "Come and da da da,"
hey, that's still a lot more than
coming.
Yeah. Some of them won't even answer the phone.
No, 100%.
When we started thinking about this subject, and I said, man, like I started at first, I was like trying to think of different reasons on, because he did this, or because he showed me that, or this, and that. And then when I looked at the whole spectrum, I was like, damn, I love him just because he stayed. I love you because you stayed, dog. Like you could have left.
You know, the crazy thing, Marlon Wayne, I was listening to Marlon on the Breakfast Club, I believe it was, and he was saying that the best thing that his dad ever did for them was stay with moms. Like that was the best thing he ever did, because he was saying like mom was a piece of work, you know what I mean? But he stayed through all of that.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know what I mean, it ain't always the men that there's a problem.
100%.
Sometimes these females a little bit.
Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say it.
Sometimes, you know, it make it hard for a nigga. You know, I'm not saying me. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying for, you know, from
it could happen.
What I know from past generations, from things that I've observed and observed in history, niggas left. You know, and then sometimes you meet a fiery woman and you're like, wow. I see.
I see how you say that
couch,
you know, that couch with the pillow and the cover folded up, just sitting on it when you get there.
Yeah,
I see you say that.
Yep. I'm still in the same house though.
Excuse me. I just wanted to say one thing. I got rained on last week, and I got rained on the week before, and I've been coughing and whatnot. I ain't got nothing. I just
he got the shit.
I got you know what?
So,
this is the second time in 2 weeks. I'm gonna just say this. you know, and I'm not going to go too deep in on all this other stuff because it don't really apply to a lot of y'all out there. I deal with my house is like we still live on COVID guidelines.
Oh, okay.
And you still bringing up some shit dealing with a virus, and then you want to tell me that you ain't sick.
Oh no, I'm not.
You know what I mean,
I'm just. Hey,
where are you going?
I got rained on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got rained on at work.
Well,
I got rained on bad in Matthews. So,
but to get back to where we were, it was like the because I love my dad, or why do I love my dad? Like,
yes, sir.
And so we know, everybody know my dad is on the pod with me.
This nigga,
this
guy,
the bald head guy.
Sorry,
and you know
this brother,
and as he stated, like I remember earlier years, like for whatever reason, I just still wanted to be like him. It wasn't even like it was a natural thing, like just wanting to be around, just because I don't even know where that comes. You know where it comes from. I think that as a son, you just naturally want to be around your dad. I think that's just a thing. You know what I mean? Naturally. There is also the case to where there's a lot more leniency as it relates to dad as well. Like everything is not so fucking, you know what I mean? Everything doesn't have
structure,
to be
dad's
right. You can have a lot more leniency with dad. But why I love my dad. What I can say is, like, in the earlier years, when so like when he told me that he loved me back in the day, right? The first time he told me he loved me. If I'm being honest, it felt like the thing that you just supposed to say. You know what I mean? And I couldn't connect it to something that was like emotion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When he initially said it, it didn't necessarily connect to emotion and something, you know what I mean? But as I've gotten older, I know that it's true. You see what I'm saying? Like, but earlier on, I couldn't say that, oh, based on your actions, I can see that this is real. You know what I mean? But as I've gotten older, I know for sure that he loves me. I know for sure because, and the thing is that, I said this in a previous episode, we were talking about like the fact that like your dad is the only man that wants you to be better than him. Right. And then I did caveat that, and he doesn't want you to be better than him while he's still playing.
Yeah, not
but
just
he wants
yet.
You to be better afterwards. You know what I mean? But he does want you to be better. And I can tell you 100%, I love my dad. A big part of it is because I can see the ways in which he's made me a better man. You know what I mean? Even through like the fact that he wasn't there when it was in the earlier years, and you know what I mean. I can see his flaws, and he allows the conversation to be had about his flaws, to where I can actually see what his thinking was, and it helps me to develop to be a different kind of man than I would have ever been if I wasn't able to have these conversations.
Yeah, because he could have lied to you.
He could have
about his
lied.
Flaws, but like you said, he tell the truth.
Yeah, and 100%. And like, I know for sure if there was anybody that I could call, if something was going left, I know for sure he'd be like, okay, where we hiding the body at? You know what I mean? And that's it. 100% gonna ride.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, 100% gonna ride. Like, where we hiding the body at? Matter of fact, he gonna figure out how to construct the box to where it ain't going. You know what I mean?
This is where you get lie at. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you're going to do the old school mob style.
Yeah. And then it's something that he told me years ago. It's something that he even actually said something to me years ago. He told me, he said that whatever happens, you get into something, just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Just tell me the truth. And we'll figure out what we're going to tell everybody else. You know what I mean?
My pop said that shit too. Back in the 90s, when he see me going left.
That's right.
He was like, don't tell your mom. Come to me first. You know what I'm saying? I'll figure out how to talk to mom. But tell me first, and then, you know what I mean?
See, that's
what's up,
you got to let me know what we actually facing, what we actually did.
Yeah. So I can think through this.
What you told them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean?
And tell me what you told them.
Exactly. So we on the same page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm on, because while we dealing with them, Ain't nothing can separate us.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, after we done got through all that, now where we go with me and you after this is over with, that's different. We can talk then
about that later.
But while whatever's going on, I need to know what happened.
What you do, boy?
What happened?
That's what's
for
up,
real,
man.
for real.
And that was while I was
fucking
fucking up.
whatever.
You know what I mean? This is during the time where
and
you ain't know which way I was
Pops
going.
can kind of tell. Because like I said, I had a moment where Dad, randomly pulled me to the side, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, yo, if you ever do something. Yeah. So I mean, like they can tell that, dude, you're going left now.
Yeah, 100%.
I can tell you lying. You know what I mean? I can tell you doing this, and that. And so I'm going, you come tell me first, but you better tell me everything.
That's right. That's right.
And you talk about a nigga that got your back, man.
Oh, yeah.
And this is why I be trying to tell, like, bro, like, man, and this is gonna go into one of the questions. I don't know if you want to talk about it now, but it kind of goes into like the as a matter of fact, I'm gonna chill on it. I'll let you. You gonna run the show.
I didn't know if you was gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I can tell you when it comes to my dad, coming up, I just loved him because he was my dad. He was mine. You know what I'm saying? But thinking back, you know what I mean? Because my dad passed. I was young when he passed.
How old was you?
Like 23, 24. When my dad died. I think I could say
that's how old my pops was when his father died. He was in his early 20s.
Man, that's crazy because I just thinking my pops. But then again, it's kind of twofold when you think about wishing your pops had never passed or whatever. I know that my life went in a different trajectory because my father wasn't there. But if my father had been there, I know that it would have been opposite of what's going on now. And there's a lot of things I would have never learned. And I don't know, and it may sound terrible to some people, and it's just being real. I don't know if I could go back, would I change anything? Because there's a lot of things that I've learned and a lot of things that I've done in position that I got myself in, like right now. I wouldn't have, that'll never happen.
It wouldn't have happened.
There's something that I and I'm going to ask this question. I believe that it's true, but I'm going to ask the question because I didn't get to meet Granddad. Do you believe that he would have enforced or made your life it would have been more on what he was doing?
Yes.
It wouldn't have been like you wouldn't have been able to live as an autonomous person. You would have had to live based on his expectations for you.
I would have, because he was my dad, and I know he depended on me, and I know he needed me. Especially, my dad had back problems when he died. He had back problems. He had a bullet in his back. But I probably would have been there on that strength. So, like I say, the experiences that I've had and the people that I met, I wouldn't have been in the places I was at when I met them. And so, therefore, I would not be where I'm at today because I needed to meet those people to get here. You see what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and say, like people say, oh, I wish I'd take my mama back right now, or my dad, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that in good conscience. But what I can say, it has nothing to do with how much I love my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I would have been there right there with him doing the same thing, helping him because, like I say, his back was going bad. He was trying to stop roofing altogether, and he wanted me to carry it on, and I knew how to do everything.
Well, let me ask you, with that being said, since you lost him so young, like as we're growing up, and if you got the opportunity, like, you have Pop in your life in whatever capacity it may be, you see Pop through kids' eyes at first. You're young, it's sort of like a superhero style. Like he just fixes everything. You know what I'm saying? So when did you realize, like, if you can think back, like when did you realize to, like as they would say today, like, like, oh, you realize, like his morality, like when he was human to you? that he was no longer, that you seen, you know, like at some point in time, we all hit a certain stage in life where like, damn, you know, like I had to see it in my parents, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I see weakness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they human.
100%.
Because before that, they just do everything. They fix everything.
Like they're good at everything.
They good at everything. Like, you know what I mean? And then when did you realize, like, I don't know if you want to call it their flaws. You know what I mean? But
I wasn't around. Well, my dad did have a couple of flaws that I saw, and I pretty much took up some of those flaws.
do you think, but it was when a kid or like maybe like a teenager and you started like becoming a young man yourself is when you started seeing those things?
I can't say it was later versus early, because I knew the things that my dad was doing that people considered them wrong morally.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was my dad. I'm riding with my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I looked at him in a negative light for that, or it's not like I even questioned or judged the fact that he did what he did. It was, that's my dad, and that's how he moved, and I'm moving with that. You know what I mean?
So at what age did at what age
I didn't get old enough.
No, I'm saying even in hindsight, like at what age did you start to think like, okay, yeah, now that was wrong. That was some shit. Like even if because he passed that, you were 23.
Yeah.
At what age did you get to the point where it's like, yeah, that was for real?
I say it was probably in my, I know it was in my 30s, mid to late 30s, because it took more information to get me, for me to see those wrong.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's
it took more
after
information.
he passed.
Yeah, way after. Like a decade. Yeah, because
once you started living real life and seeing choices that men make, then you're like,
and then it was, and then it was conversation with other people.
Right.
Yeah, and it was conversation with other people because I didn't have all the information. Because I couldn't understand why my dad felt like he couldn't take me nowhere with him because he felt like I was a snitch. But I didn't know why. I didn't, for the life of me, didn't know why. And it was because people, even some family members that was around him, was filling his head. They was the one snitching on my dad. But they was telling him that I was the one doing it. But my dad never confronted me because my dad never confronted me about it because he knew he was wrong in what he was doing. That's why I never knew. You see what I'm saying? I had to understand why he didn't say something to me. But he couldn't say nothing to me because he knew he was wrong in what he was doing. So how do you approach?
They didn't want you to be a part of that.
And I had to be a grown man to see that and understand what he was dealing with and the reason he didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? See, he knew how he was moving was wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he pulled away from me because he thought I was doing something that he considered was wrong too. But my wrong didn't supersede his wrong.
Yeah. So actually, you didn't even do nothing.
I didn't do nothing.
You were better than me. I snitched. I told.
Yeah.
I told you about that, John. Like I snitched. I didn't even know I snitched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was young.
I didn't snitch. I was not telling anything.
Yeah,
but
he took me around.
They convinced him that I was. And so that's why he pulled away, because I used to go a lot of places with my dad. And then it just stopped abruptly. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't understand why for years. And like I said, after I got a little older and information started coming to me, and I realized that it wasn't that he didn't want me around him. It was he didn't want me telling his business.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't doing, but he didn't know that. People were saying that I did.
Right. You know something crazy. I was sitting here listening to him, and I was sitting thinking about, okay, so at what point did I realize that my parents were human? And so what I will say is the thing about with OleHead, and this, I think that a lot of people have gone through this. A lot of people are going through this. You realize that your father's human way before you realize that your mother's human. If you grew up in a single mother household, you will oftentimes figure out that your dad's human because of the things that you hear about what he's doing, what he's not doing.
You hear about his flaws.
Right. You hear about those flaws. And so Pops was always human. You know what I mean? He could do a lot of different things. He was good at a lot, but you still knew that he was human because of the words that were being said amongst the women around you. You know what I mean? You would hear these things, which my mom didn't badmouth them, but there was still things that we knew that were true. You know what I mean? And so it you know what I mean? You're gonna be humanized in that way. It took for me to become an adult and like be in a relationship in my marriage, long-term relationship, before I could see my mom as human. Though I couldn't see her as human. And being raised in a single mother as a man, being raised in a single mother household, what you do is you start to pedestalize women.
Yeah.
And I did that. And it took for me to get into like at least 30 years old. You know what I mean? And I would say it really, really didn't hit until I had seen me and my wife had a splitting up, and like she takes the kids. Then this thing becomes a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? The wheels. Now it's like, okay, so what did I do that would actually take this? And what did you know what I mean? What is yours? If you're being honest about the situation, what are your flaws and what did you make this situation? How did you make this situation where it is? And what did I do? And then it starts to make it, okay, well, shoot, mom and pops didn't make it. My aunt, my uncle didn't make it. My grandma, you know what I mean? You start going down the line.
You mean like in regards to like long-term relationships?
Right, they couldn't keep it together, and he had to deal with the idea that the family was split apart. And he had to, you know what I mean? And so that for me, once that became a reality for me, then I was able to see like, oh shit, no, but like I could see why somebody might leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so once I was able to see that, like, okay, this makes sense. Why, you know what I mean? It humanized my mom for me. It made it so I could see, like, okay, she's not perfect for sure. None of us are perfect, but like that was when I realized, like, no, hold on, like I can see why. You know what I mean? Okay, I can see what would make me leave in you.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Something that I wouldn't be able to deal with. Yeah. I can see some of these, like my mom, she's a great woman, but at the same time, what I'm saying is like I can see different flaws, and which would make me decide to like, oh yeah, I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? I'd probably, this is going to be a lot tougher. You know what I mean? Yeah. I could see it. And then it started to make me, honestly, once I humanized my mom, I really human. At that point, everybody's human. And I can see that everybody's fucked up. You know what I mean? And that was like, honestly, like, that's a crazy to think about, like, because like, I never felt like OleHead was a human. I still wanted to be around him and all that, but because of the things that were being said around, like I never felt like that. What about you?
Oh, well, because I had both of them at home, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's very different from what, you know, both of y'all are talking about and experiencing. Is that I think for me, if I would have to like kind of separate it when I humanized my parents, I didn't actually like humanize my pop until I saw him cry one time. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's like his dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like, yeah, like, and he was just in the kitchen, and there was somebody that man, he gonna be mad at me for this one, but I mean, like, this was a while back, and somebody had passed that he was close to. You know what I mean? And I heard their name before, but I never met him. You know what I mean? Because I was a kid and stuff like that. And up until then, like, I never seen like my pop, like, even when he was mad athletic and stuff like that. Like, we used to race, all that other shit, and he snapped his ankle playing baseball. Like, that didn't even, I mean, he drove the car with a broke ankle and all that, driving with the same foot. Like, he didn't even wince on that joint, man. You know what I mean? I watched him get hurt, and he came home one time, like after he had gotten both of his legs crushed in a machine at work. I never heard him at home, like while he was recovering, like holler out in pain or, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I asked my mom bring him aspirin and shit. Like nowadays, you're like, nigga, you should been on like morphine or Vicodin or something. A lot stronger than some fucking Tylenol.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he never complained about nothing. So it's like, if you want to say like I got the opportunity, but he wasn't like overly like on some chauvinistic shit. He was just strong and quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like he never went past like level 10 on nothing. But my mom, she would know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, that was the only thing that was the first time that I seen and was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen my pop do that. So to walk in there and see him in the kitchen, like kind of like broke down. And then he explained to me, I remember him telling me the story about who passed and what that person meant to him and all like that. But I never seen that type of emotion from him. And then didn't see it no more afterwards. No matter how hard shit got. And it was really only unless somebody lifelong had passed. You know what I mean? So it was just like, damn. With moms, it was a little bit of a different story. Like moms, what humanized her is when I broke her heart as a son. Because my mom poured a lot of love into me. And I was lucky. I knew it. But there was a part of like the way that I started acting when I started hitting like double digits. I know that I was not my mom's favorite person at all. You know what I mean? Like looking back at the time when it was all going on, I was just trying to fit in and trying to be a part of my culture and everything else, you know, going on around me. But it wasn't the way that my mother was raising me to be, but it was the way that I wanted to go. And we hit that button heads thing, you know what I mean? And Pop always tried to smooth it out. You know what I mean? Well, he's a young boy and he's learning, he's trying to find his way, and you got to let him breathe a little. And you know, mom's still trying to keep a hold on me, and I'm just trying to be in the street. You know what I mean? And I started making a lot of mistakes in between like 16 to 20. You know what I mean? And I really like, I remember one time I did some shit. My mom left. She was going to leave my dad and everything just because of some shit I did. Yeah, because he was still trying to protect me. Like my pop would lie for me. My pop was like, Pop kept it 100. Yeah. Just like you said, where we hiding the body at, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even if it means lying to your mother. You know what I'm saying?
And I could see that too. I can see that.
Even if it means lying to your mother, because I know how your mom see you. Young boy, you don't know how she see you, but I know how she see you. In her eyes, you can't do no wrong, and you doing wrong. So now she crushed. And it fucks me up still to this day, because I know my mother had like a lot of expectations for me that I never lived up to them. And there's sometimes I get upset about it because I be like, I know the influence that I had, once I became a man, the influence that I had even on my own mother, because of how she viewed me, that I feel like there's certain pieces of me that felt like she died with a broken heart because of the way that I lived. Yeah. That's some other shit. But yeah, that's when they became human. You know what I mean? Like, hey, when you brought that shit up, it made me think about it. I was like, damn, like, when this and that. Like, and yeah, that's what the hell came up. I brought that shit out of him. So like, I feel like that humanized thing is like, it depends on the amount of love that you getting. You know what I mean? It'll show itself, you know what I mean, in a certain light. But we're going to try to move on a little bit here, because along with that humanization, there's a couple things in regards to our parents and discipline, especially some of that old school discipline that us three grew up here with, you know, and how it kind of correlates with some of the modern parenting styles that are going on today. You know, kids are seen and not heard, and you know, boy going ahead up out of the room. So when you were coming up, and I know that you said Pop did roofing and stuff like that, did you just naturally for yourself, like kind of like just go see what Dad was doing, or did he actually like reach out to you and be like, come on, you coming with me, I'm gonna go show you how to do this?
My dad. Bro, I'm telling you, I was the only, ask anybody that know me, I was the only kid that was working from about 15, working earlier than that, but I'm gonna say when it really, he's really 15, 16 years old. Bro, I work 7 days a week. 7 days a week. 7 days.
But was he like, come on, you coming with me? Like, I'm coming to get you to come.
Got me. He came and got me every morning. Before daylight, I was in the truck.
So you ain't even had no choice.
No.
Damn.
No.
What do you think if you would have been like, but I'm gonna go over here to go do?
Yeah,
he said, what? Like
you would have changed your mind because you'd have been getting up and something would have been hurting.
Yeah.
Because no, you going. You going to work. You going to work and you work from daylight to dark every day, unless it was raining.
From dusk till dawn.
Every day. Every day. That's what my work ethics come from. My dad. That's why I'm always, people, they see me. I'm always in this because I'm always doing something. I'm always doing something. And if I don't want to mess up my clothes, I always got on work clothes. Yeah. Because if I don't have on work clothes, I'm going to do some work and then I'm going to mess up my clothes. I messed up so many clothes because I said, oh, I ain't going to get dirty and just throw it away. You got to throw it away. You can't get that grease and all the stuff out of it. You can get it hung on a nail and tear it, and, you know.
So do you feel now that you're grown, you know what I mean? And now that you showing, you know, the floors, the roofs, and you're showing a man how to swing a hammer, do you feel like if you look at today's youth in a certain sense, you know, like now you got to go and ask your kid, hey, you want to come with me? You got to give them a choice now because the parenting is,
well, when you
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, it's a little different now. You're supposed to ask them how they feel.
When you're an absent parent, that's a luxury you give up. When you're an absent parent, that's a luxury you give up. You know what I mean? Because if you weren't an absent parent, then they would have grew up in that, you know what I mean, frame of mind. Yeah. Because they know that's what dad do every day, and that's what dad expect you to do every day. But because you're an absent parent, you can't push. I feel that's the difference between my generation and my dad. My dad didn't give a fuck. Yeah, they ain't gonna push you. You're gonna get up. But, I don't care if you like me or not. Yeah, but you know, I feel like, and that's how I feel like it's a good and a bad thing. Yeah. Every generation gets a little bit more easier. Well, before you go there, what's the bad part of it? Since you grew up that way, what do you feel like would be the bad part of that? The way my dad brought me up? Yeah. What's the bad part of that? Do you feel like you should have had a choice, that you should have been able to say no? No. Okay. Because I would have been doing what my friends was doing. Because at that time, I was not a leader. I was a follower. So if he'd have left me to myself, I would have been locked up the way they was locked up. I'd been doing drugs the way they was doing drugs. I would have been doing a lot of things. It was a blessing that he didn't give me a choice.
Damn. And that's so crazy because like a lot of this shit, and it makes sense. But then also it's like the disconnect socially. You know what I mean? So like there is, I've heard you talk about like the fact that you didn't have friends, you couldn't have girlfriends because of the time that you were spending working and the things, you know what I mean? And it's like, I think that there's a balance that should be found. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a balance that should be found because of course, it kept you out of trouble, kept you in a straight and narrow, gave you a work ethic that your peers didn't have. But then also it has its cons as well with the social aspects and all of that shit that you missed. And so like I understand 100% what you're saying. Like if as an absent parent, the worst thing you can do is like, or at least in our generation, I remember you didn't it wasn't like every time that I saw you, you was making me do some work. But I remember getting on roofs, you know what I mean? Redoing kitchen countertops and fucking floor, all that. I remember doing all that, but it wasn't every time I saw you. And it never was. Well, no, it wasn't something that I could have opted out of that I ever felt. You know what I mean? But at the same time, well, damn, I guess it was really just because you wasn't coming to get me. That was the reason why I wasn't necessarily doing the shit all the time.
Yeah,
because I would have been if you would have been coming to get me because
that's what I was doing.
Exactly, that's what you was doing. And so I guess I do appreciate. It's like twofold because I was able to get the fucking, you know what I mean, the socialization, but then I was fucking up.
Yeah,
I didn't have that to keep me, you know what I mean, where I was supposed to be going.
Those things,
you know what I mean.
Listen, mine was there, and I was fucking up.
I didn't get to. That's what I was saying with you.
Like, you can still fuck up on your own. You'll choose to do that, even if dad is there. You know what I mean? Like, so.
But if he taking all of the free time, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he's taking your free time, then you can't really fuck up because he got you under him the whole time.
Your dad was working a job.
Oh yeah.
My dad owned his job.
Yeah.
So, and when the time of OleHead's talking about, I was working for myself most of that time too. So therefore, it wasn't like I gotta be here at this time. And
there's no set time. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And I can't bring you. We're not white. I know you got a little bit of that in you, but we're not white.
Yeah.
White folks bring their kids to work. You can't bring your kids to work. Bring your little kids to work. They sending your ass home.
I don't know where you.
White folks where
they came from. You just hooked the left, didn't you?
Where you think?
I mean, that's just a fact.
No, nigga, my mom could not take me to work, nigga.
No.
Like that was not happening.
No. But they have what you call a. Now see, y'all was a blue collar family.
You fucking right.
Y'all was a blue collar.
Maybe white collar.
See, and this is where I'm trying to help him with it. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help all of the guys too. All of the guys. We like when we say white people, we tend to think that they're just their lives are just so fucking dramatically.
Nigga, no.
So much like so much.
My mom's life was rough as fuck, dude. Yeah. I'll tell her the story one of these days, but
your people on the other side, see, they knew she was married to a black man.
Yeah, I don't know.
With that ain't got.
I don't know them.
That was.
They ain't. I met them once.
You met them once.
And never again.
Yeah, that's why though.
They didn't invite us back to the cookout. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Well,
they had bake-offs. They didn't have.
That's some funny shit.
Bake-offs.
Funny shit. They had a bake-off. So. You know, my Jones is from the South, right?
From the South.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they VA.
Dang.
They from Virginia. Yeah, that wasn't the normal European the way that I think you thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know why we act like white folks just do it. So
I think it's okay, you know what I mean?
But it's not okay. Because
it's not okay.
It's not okay.
If I decide to get mad about it, it won't be okay. But I don't, you know what I mean? I let it. It's all good, man. Have your fun. You know what I'm saying?
Where were we going?
I don't know.
We're going where we've been. You know what I'm saying? So since we're talking about the black household, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that we all grew up in, even with a white mom in the house. I grew up in a black household, dog. You know what I mean? Wow. I grew up in a black household.
I wouldn't have fist bumped him though.
Yeah, like I said, yo, you gotta let it go off. Anytime you make it through apartheid, dog, you gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
You know what I'm saying, but you know, growing up in a traditional black household, you know, there was certain levels of discipline that were handed down. You know what I'm saying? That we all. It didn't. The white side of me made me buck the system and ask why.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to the real.
It made me ask why. Why did that happen?
Yeah, we didn't ask why.
Yeah.
We didn't ask why.
See, the white side let me know that there's some rights being violated here.
That's right. That's
what the fuck is going on there, Jimmy?
Motherfucker had some rights in the house.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you slammed your room door when your mama came.
Yeah, fuck no, I didn't. I wasn't stupid.
Okay. That was that black side of the family.
No, I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? But you know, do we as black parents, like, do we over discipline our kids? You know, because we have the funny stories from back in the day.
Yeah.
Mom went and got the switch.
Yeah.
Pop got the extension cord. You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
nowadays those are forms of abuse and violence.
I think as parents,
you know,
as black parents, I think we have to be more disciplined with our kids because of what they have to face when they go outside your house.
Ooh,
you think so?
I think so.
Ooh,
and I know you know going somewhere else with it.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point.
Because
that's a good point.
Because you can't get away with just being honest. As black people, when we go outside, there are rules that we have to live by that some other people don't have to live by.
And the rules ain't the same.
And so therefore, we have to be disciplinaries when it comes to our kids because they have to understand for every action there's a reaction.
Right.
Oh, life with consequence.
But I would also say this is my thing, right? So when he started talking about extension cords and all this shit, now to me that's abuse.
Yeah,
like that's abuse. I think that's a direct. I think there's a direct correlation to slavery.
But your grandma got beat with more than that,
right? But I think that comes. I think that essentially what happened is that we've started to, as time goes on, we're getting further away from the beatings that we're given.
Yeah, because shit's wireless now.
Right, that sounds good too.
Shit is wireless now.
Yeah,
you don't need the cord.
We didn't even have cords. But
you get beat with Wi-Fi now.
But this,
if you got these cords in here for anyway.
That's the problem.
It's wireless, Mom.
That is the problem. You getting beat with Wi-Fi now.
You getting beat with Wi-Fi.
Go ahead. The simple thing is this. Look at the kids today.
Hold on. Let's go back to the old kids. Me, nigga, you too. I'm sure you got a level of discipline that they would now call abuse.
No, I never got abused.
No,
I ain't never got abused. I ain't never got
you ain't never got beat
then I got
with an inanimate object, with anything that was it was like it was whatever was close. It wasn't like I'm purposely unplugging.
Mom looking for I had to duck it. You mean
like this fan could be a problem to somebody. One day,
and I'm like,
you wear that fan
for sure. You could fuck around. She get to looking real quick.
Well, today you using that, you catch a charge on that.
Oh yeah,
you catch a charge on that today.
Think that you should.
Yeah,
I also think you should. Yes,
because
but the thing is that there is a line between discipline and abuse. There's and if you cross the line, then you're doing too much, and what you're talking about is something that creates real trauma. You know what I mean? People, we use the trauma word too easy. I believe that if you getting whooped with a belt and
well, apparently
something that you did that you deserve, like I don't feel like in my life I can't sit there and think of like whoopings that I got that I feel like I didn't deserve. I feel like I deserved all of them.
Oh yeah,
and so in my mind, I discipline my children as well. You know what I mean? I discipline my children as well. So like this is not something that's like. I'm not into this whole gentle go and sit in the corner. No. We're not doing corners.
No,
you know what I mean. But the thing is that the one thing that I do disagree with, based on like the discipline that I was getting, is that there was never a conversation.
There was no.
The only conversation you had was while you was getting the whooping. Didn't I tell you? What I mean, you getting it with licks. Every word is with a lick.
That's right. Wear that, boy.
That's all you getting. Like.
But you know what you getting your ass whooped for. Like you didn't just get a surprise.
But see, my thing is that as a youngin, there is another level of explanation that comes with the reason why they're so serious. And so, like for me, I have the conversation.
So you're a modern parent.
No. I'm not necessarily modern because I still discipline
Hold on a second.
Way.
I done looked this shit up.
Go ahead. Tell me.
The difference between the traditional parent, what you had, what I had, okay. The traditional parent did not give out those type of explanations.
Okay.
They did not give explanation for the discipline.
If we're gonna say that that's like the
that is a clear divider.
Okay, a clear divider. Well, then I'm a modern parent. Then I'm
that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it. No. You don't have to take it in a negative way.
Absolutely not. Because honestly, I think this is a very important and dope thing. What you'll find. Oh, but this was the point that I was gonna make earlier is that when you start to see like that abuse, that line in today's time. You start looking at, if you look at the socioeconomics, you can see that it's a more poverty-stricken thing.
Oh, so if you broke, you get your ass whooped.
When you think about it,
when you got some bread,
what it is because it's because of the reaction is pure emotion. It's not just what you did; it's what I've been doing at work, what the relationship with your dad is. Hey, it's all of this life. It's all of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the struggles that I got, all this. You wearing that shit.
you wearing all my bad choices.
100%.
All the time your daddy lied to me.
You wearing all of that. And so like that's why the explanation, you can't even explain to me why you just bust my ass this tough. It was not necessary. This is emotion.
Yeah.
This is emotion based on what's going on in your adult life.
But you fucked up in school though.
Yeah, but
I wasn't even going to make you wear all this till you pulled that shit in school.
That's absolutely true. But the anger that comes with this ass whooping comes from all this other stuff.
It comes from a lot of it too.
And I think also that's the reason why you can't even explain it. You can't even explain it.
So is the explanation? I mean, some of it can be like exactly what you just said, from being like poverty. Or for us here in America, because we don't even do the whole poverty thing. We like, it's because you black.
No. See, that's what I'd say is I think that
what he was talking about, like what his parents and everybody had to deal with, like that shit coming down the line, dog.
Agreed.
Nigga, you doing this because you're going to be treated differently once you walk the fuck out there. You got to be stronger.
But see, sometimes what we also have to realize
ain't even.
What we also have to realize is that you can pull an explanation out your ass for anything. You can,
and that's what the generations is saying now today.
You can pull the explanation out your ass, man. Like I can tell you this, as my kids, like my son's 3, he's autistic. He does, you know what I mean? Shit, this, you know what I mean? He with all of it. Whatever you can think
with
of,
the shits,
with all the shits.
You
know what I mean? My daughter, she's 5, so I don't have kids to where they're at an age. They're not teenagers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But also, what I would tell you is that they at that age they can't do anything that would make me angry enough to whoop you out of anger. I never whooped them out of anger. I whooped them because this is necessary. You see what I'm saying? It's necessary that I touch you because you did something that should, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm mad. You doing kid shit. You doing what kids do. Like my son, marker on the wall. Like, you
gotta get that.
You're gonna get that because you need not do this again.
Yeah.
But I'm not really mad about it because I also own my house. So
it sounds like you have a balance between traditional and modern, because from what I was learning recently, the modern parent would explain why little Jeremy shouldn't be just drawing circles on the fucking wall without whooping the ass.
That's what I was saying.
So you're going to whoop some ass.
I'm definitely going.
You're going to get on there abruptly because that does anger you when you see that crazy shit going on. However, it goes away fast, but now you're going to sit down and you're going to actually talk to him about it.
And then I guess also
after the fact.
Yeah, 100%.
Like pretty much like that's what I did with my kids. Like I realized I raised my kids the way that I was raised. And it made me think when we started talking about all this, like, okay, are my parents traditional parents or modern? Like, I think that there was a balance that was there. There was a blend, you know what I mean? And it was crazy because like my mom was fire. It was straight fire. You know what I mean? Anger, all that, like quick to boom. You know what I mean? And then even like my mom would send my dad after me on some shit.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
If OleHead was coming across,
and I was in fear, dog, like literal, because that's the guy that goes to work. That's the guy I don't see a whole lot of. You know what I'm saying? He fuck with me here, fuck with me there, but not every. You know, I'm with mom all the time.
Yeah.
Pops is the mystery. You know what I mean? He works the long hours. He's in and out. Like I make sure I tread lightly around Pop. Not like he acted like I needed to tread lightly around him, but it's just how I viewed him. Yeah. There was just a natural feel like, oh, this dad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't talk a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you know, young kids feel that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As a young kid, know, like that's how I felt.
They know,
you know, like nah, that's dad.
They
like
know
you know,
with dad than
you fucking right. Yeah.
It's like a natural instinct, like
it's human nature.
They know, just like you see.
You know the laws.
Playing around and whatnot.
You know the laws.
They
dog.
know not to go over there messing with that.
Fuck no.
They know they be all over mama back and biting on the ear and everything. They go over there by daddy.
Let me tell you something. I got shout out to any young nigga that used to get a chance to hit dad, wrestle with dad. You know what I mean? Like, luckily my dad did that with me. You know what I'm saying? Like with grip, you know what I mean? From young, like, you know what I mean? Grip me up and let me fight on him and all that shit. And let me tell you something. And my mom was physical too. So that was like kind of dope. You know what I mean? Like mom would swear, you know, rib shot. You like, damn, nigga, I'm 6. Yeah. But she was like that. So like now, like when I got older, I said, oh, I see the correlation. I see why y'all two like each other. It's weird, but I guess sex was probably crazy for y'all two. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because y'all two physical people.
I understand.
Y'all hands on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to be on no weird shit, but y'all hands on individuals.
Tough.
Yeah, so I can understand why you're the type of people that will hand out some ass whoopings. Because now you'll beat your kids with love. You gave explanation. Mom didn't give too many explanations. Mom's explanations were before the ass whooping happened anyway. You know what the fuck you did. Pop shit came afterwards. And it's funny because I can only think back to like maybe 3 or 4 times where my dad ever, like, you know what I mean, hit me. I remember one time I gave him the belt for him to hit me because my mom said that he had to whoop my ass because I was fucking up in school. And I gave him the belt because I remember the ass whooping I got before, my dad hit me with his hand. And my dad's hands were so fucking hard, dog, that I was like, I don't want to feel this nigga hand.
Oh, you gave
hit me with the fucking belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I'm telling you, my pop's hands was like fucking stone, dog. I ain't want that. Like, that shit made your teeth like, you know what I mean? Like, you get smacked in your whole spine and your bottom hit the top.
My dad smacked
Fuck no. Nah, that's old man. That's old school hands right there.
My dad had some hard hands. Yeah. Big hands like old hands.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? You got hit with slavery, nigga. Like, hell no.
Well, let's see
one good time.
What's up with Dave, yo?
He said a lot of the times black people might exaggerate things to sort of keep up with the narrative. Mainly, black parents just stayed on top of the family's decisions making. Hold on, what is it? Mainly, black parents just stayed on top of families' decisions making at all times. Then he said,
"You didn't read that with the right emphasis for that last part." I know what you mean, Dave. Bro, fuck that shit up. Go ahead, go to the next one.
If you want to read, you can.
Nah, I'm saying because I can barely see the shit anyway.
Yeah, me too. So. That's what I'm kind of dealing with too, with the glasses on. The discipline varies day to day. Whipping would happen, of course, but if we're talking about 24/7 time span, discipline would look several different ways. Physical or not, black parents don't let up. We definitely,
you know what? But I mean, it goes back to kind of like what he said, like the system don't let up. And it's to a certain extent, like you're gonna live, you're gonna be judged different because you're a minority out here. Your life is different.
Yeah, see, but I think it's also different. Like also what I could say is that maybe during certain time periods, because of the system being much more
what it was
direct and like much more, you know what I mean? We talk about the street lights coming on, all this different type of shit.
Yeah, because
it was worse. Maybe that is why. But I don't think you got to pull out motherfucking extension cords and all this type of shit. You talking about something that's crazy.
But no 50-foot one. My mama had a 50-foot one. She used to wrap that sucker, and then she bring it around her fist like that. When she come out like this right here. And she do like that and spread it out like a fan.
A street fight shit, nigga. Like.
When she hit you one time, it covered the back of your neck all the way down to
your head. And you get the tip hit down there like
Imagine that bath or that shower after that bug.
Black parents will tell you go take a bath after you crying.
I know my grandma used to catch you in the tub.
I used to tell my kids like I would whoop their ass or something like that, but go wash your face. I don't know why I was always telling niggas to go wash their face after I whooped their ass. I know my kids today, but like, why do you say that? Why do you always tell me to go to water after some ass would like go wash all that off?
Yeah,
like that fixed it. I was quick to be like, go wash your face.
Them webs, them webs.
Yo, we a funny culture, dog.
No, we are.
We're a funny culture, what we do,
what I appreciate,
our influence. Like
I appreciate the evolution. I think that I think that we shouldn't go too far away, but there are some things that we should shed off. You know what I mean? There are some things that we should shed off.
So do we offer our traditional older Black parents? Should we offer them some grace? They came from a very, very different time period.
Yeah, the norms were crazy.
The norms for them were very different than what they are for us here today.
100%. I think we definitely owe some grace. Let's go away from like extension cords and shit, because that's just crazy. Do you know what I mean? That's just crazy. At some point, somebody was supposed to fuck it. It shouldn't have taken the next generation for niggas to figure out.
It took like 3 generations to figure out that this was not
crazy
right.
to me.
I had to start doing and it got to the point where when I got older, instead of disrespecting my mama, when she used to tell me to go get something that she was gonna whoop my ass, I leave and come back the next day.
I was gonna say, like, yo, when was that ever like, yo? I would love to be able to ask somebody from back then.
I come back Monday.
To be like, yo, why did you send me out to go get some shit to whoop me with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was a
mindset. Like you got to think about it to go get the y'all from the south. So y'all had to switch.
Yeah,
you had to go get some green shit from the backyard. Like that's just as bad as the up north extension cord. That's just as bad. No, we didn't get no switch. We got the cord, the hanger.
Oh, you know what I mean? The braided switch.
No, nigga.
No.
I ain't never catch no
braid. They would break. So you get them, and you get the ones that would braid. If it a braid, then you know it wasn't gonna break.
Yeah, so it got to be green, so it still got the.
You can braid it. You make a plait.
That means that while they braiding that, they talking to you about what's about to occur.
You talking about something will cut you, cut you up.
Yeah,
that
see,
thing
man,
wrapped up like that right there.
That's crazy. I would never hit my youngin with nothing like that, bro.
Yeah.
I would never hit neither one of my kids with nothing like that.
That's right. Come across your back and you ain't got your shirt.
No, I wouldn't. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I didn't, even when my kids were younger and I came at the tail end of that. You know what I mean? Because right around the time when I came, it was still like whatever was around type shit. Like I ain't never get beat with no switch from out back.
Yeah, no, my grandma had the switch. She
I
had a
guess
switch that could reach you anywhere in her living room.
Nigga, that's
if you was in a little hallway joint right there.
That's a whip.
Yeah, she was gonna put that motherfucker on you in the hallway. Yeah. That motherfucker. It was go. And you fucking around trying to hit that corner.
Man, yeah, 400 years, nigga. Bow. No. Why did we do that to our people?
No, it never
broke. They knew exactly what.
Yeah, they trying to break your spirit like you were a steed. You know what I mean? Like you a wild steed. Crack. Why did we do that as a people?
I think that, like I say, I think it comes from the generation. Like, think about it. If you were used to seeing, if I could only imagine the psyche of a person that's like when you do the wrong thing, you getting beat the way that they were getting beat.
That's two generations removed from slavery, that type of beating.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that as you see, it's tailoring off over the generations. The ass whoopings are getting a little bit less. You know what I mean? But what I will say that I think that, like I said, I think it is a lot of socioeconomic at this point. Like if you're doing, like you say, you getting your ass whooped for the struggles, the financial struggles
you get your ass whooped hard
because your daddy get on my nerves.
When you're rich, you tell them go to their room, and I'm shutting the Wi-Fi off.
Yeah.
I think a little. But the thing about it though, when you're rich though, see, I couldn't raise kids. Well, I couldn't. No, I don't understand that how you can go and shut the door to the room that I pay for.
Yeah, I pay for.
I'm telling you, you take the mug off the hinges, bro.
I'll take it off the damn.
Nigga ain't got no door.
Yeah, you ain't got no door.
Let me tell you something. When my two teenagers was and this was like right after COVID, right? Or during and a little after, they started messing up a little bit in school because a lot of that shit was like at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen some shit online or whatever, and I had got this idea like, yo, I'm gonna take their mattresses out.
And would they sleep on what?
The floor. Like you get the pillow. I'm gonna give you that. But I'm gonna go take the mattresses out. My wife was like, no.
I know, my mom it's not going for that.
Mom was not going for that shit. I'm like, no, they need to know all these different things that we paying for in here, and you just gonna not do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole rest of the world is in fear and this and that. And I'm risking my life to go out here and do this. And then all you got to do is this part. And this is actually for you later. This ain't for me. I already did it. You know what I'm saying? The fuck is going on? And then now when I see that the landscape means that, oh, you can't do that. Because you're going to affect the child psychologically. They already have enough to deal with this and that and social media. And I'm like,
with that though,
the fuck is you talking about? My kids, if I keep doing it with your modern way of doing things, my children will never learn how to deal with the adversities. Some things in life you can't talk out. I get it. We are talking more things out today, and that is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. I'm not going to say that the old way was the 100% way to go. We should all be in a position to evolve. But I think that there's a blend that we should seek out.
I agree.
You still need to have that old school discipline for a period of time, because a lot of, from what I see, you running around with no consequences. No direct consequence. Like when we did things growing up, like you got a direct consequence for that action that day at that moment.
100%.
And when I was a little younger, the way Mama did things, because we're from deep South.
The
neighbors,
Alabama,
Mississippi. The
That's
neighbors,
Martin Luther King.
The neighbors can whoop your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Then you go home and then she whoop your ass.
I was at the tail end of when you could still get your ass whooped in school.
The schoolhouse.
Yeah, not the schoolhouse.
The schoolhouse.
Like my school was made out of stone. Like schoolhouse sounds like some wood shit that y'all have constructed together. No, nigga, this is not Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas said the schoolhouse where you got kindergarten all the way through 12th. Niggas is in the same room.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I got pedaling in middle school.
But yeah, I was right at the tail end of getting your ass whipped in school by a teacher, and it was legal. Straight legal. You did not mouth off to a teacher.
Hey, and
you did not.
It's
dog.
getting crazy.
That was like your mom, dog.
I know. When I was in school, I was a pretty asshole as a kid. And now I'm looking at these teachers, like seeing these videos of these teachers with these kids now, bro. The disruption and these kids that, like, man, it's not getting any.
I would have got, if I would try to be a teacher there, I'd be fired.
Yeah, I would never try.
In a fucking heartbeat. No, you do want to try because you do want to try to help these niggas.
Yeah, no,
you want to try to help shape their minds on what the reality is.
It's not for me.
And how they can think through, if you want to make a difference, you got to be at the focal point of it.
Yeah, I'm still at this point, man. I'm trying to figure out if I'm really
gonna make a
difference.
He said, nah, yo.
You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong. Yo, I think teachers are fire. I think that they should get paid I'm one of the people that think they should get paid a whole lot.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because like if you ain't at home, what it used to be, you ain't at home, you with them.
Yeah, they should at least be making 60.
They were like an extension of your family at one point in time.
100%. You know what I mean? Spend more time at the schoolhouse than you do with your parents.
Usually 8 hours. You keep saying schoolhouse like you was in the reconstructed church.
You understand what I'm saying?
What type of school did you go to? You was in like a what's this shit? A rancher style. No, everything was on one floor because they didn't want y'all niggas falling downstairs and shit.
No. No. I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's crazy.
Yeah, teachers. Shout out to teachers.
Shout out to teachers. They should make at least
shout
60.
out to fucking teachers. 60. Damn right, but everything that they deal with. So you ain't giving dad no grace. I guess I see what you're saying there, yo.
No, I give him a lot of grace.
You giving Pops some grace, yo?
I give Pops a lot of grace, man.
It sounds like you had to deal with a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, I done learned a lot. From OleHead. Oh, let me ask you this because I guess this should be the last question before we end. And this is not necessarily on the docket. Do you think that it's more important for your father to be like hands-on in your life in your earlier years?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think it's more important if you had to choose, right? If you had to choose, do you think it's more important in the early years or do you think it's more important in the later years? When I say later years, I'm talking about like
13,
mid-20s
13 and on, or
no, like mid-20s, like let's say 18 to 30 versus which one you think is more important?
Just my own personal opinion. I don't think that this has a right or a wrong answer. I'm just going to get that disclaimer there because everybody can have a different opinion. To me, I think fathers are more important right from the foundation, right from the jump. I really do. Because a lot of times from what we know of now, you know what I mean? A young child's mind and their behavioral things, they can change, yes. Especially once a nigga nuts drop and you start, you know what I mean? You get to that 12, 13 and
100%.
Testosterone kicks in, you're going to do some shit. But your mindset, you know what I mean? Like on kind of like how you're going to be is set at like fucking before you probably like 5 or 6 years old.
And that's something you told me.
Yeah, I think the early
like,
foundation is
the discipline. You discipline them early so you don't have to discipline them later. And that's something that you told me that I'm like, okay, I always take heed to like people who have like older kids. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because I shouldn't have to be realistically, because I know we talked about discipline and stuff like that. And I know we say, you know, beatings and
not
all
beatings,
this other shit.
Whoopings.
A whooping, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like by the time you 10, 11, 12 years old, that should probably be your last one, dog. On paper. At 15, 16, you're probably gonna get knuckled down. Like if you really fucking up, like you're gonna catch that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? If the foundation I set for you early enough, because with kids, everybody has their own style, everybody has their own way, and you know, you call it whatever the fuck you call it. I do, you know, personally believe in you get on them early while they're young, and then you don't have to do it later.
And it makes sense to me.
And it makes sense to me because I proved it inside my own family. Now, I mean, maybe there's some out there that are still going to continue, and you know, there's always going to be outliers. But my kids, 18 months, 2 years old, they do a little something you don't touch. I was quick to be like, whoa, pop. Quick, fast, the shock, you know, shock value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because their mind doesn't fully know. It has to learn how to reason really, really fast. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, no, you sit there and you just whoop their ass at 2 years old. I don't mean no shit like that.
It's all pop.
But they go to touch something, you told them not to touch it, and you see them a day later, they go to reach for it. I'm not going to say it this time. Now it's just I grab a hand, smack, bow. And hopefully we don't have to do this too much more. And a lot of times if you're like that with a kid, like I said, keep the fine line. Like you ain't got to abuse them. You ain't got to go all super crazy on them. But like their brains are still forming. They need to know direct consequence, which will also show them later on in life where you do certain shit. There's a direct consequence
100%
for your action. That's the only message that it is. If you do it early enough, hopefully it works out for you. In my case, it did. Most of my kids, by the time they hit double digits, I ain't never had to put a hand on them. All I do is talk to them about some shit. You already fucking know. You know what I mean? But hey, some parents is a no touch, no this and that.
Yeah, so you wrapping it up or what?
We're gonna wrap it up, but you know what I mean? You asked me what you doing? You whooping asses or are you good?
I ain't got no asses. all mine bigger than me.
That means you should have done it a long time ago.
Right. If it ain't do it then, it's too late now.
I guess you got some grace then. You ever whoop your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, he was with Mom Dukes put that call in. Nigga come across town.
Oh, you put hands on him, yo?
What? Yeah, get on your ass.
Was you young or were you teenager?
I think
like
the last one I got.
Yeah,
I
the
last one
yo?
I got. I stole some money from my brother. I stole $100.
You told me you was always into the klepto thing.
Yeah,
like
I had a problem with the fucking lifting.
Like
I was lifting
like
shit.
the art of thieving.
But I think the last one was like, it was in elementary school. It might have been like 4th grade.
Okay.
The last one might have been.
Yeah, that's about grade. When. Yeah.
The last one was like 4th grade.
Okay. At least by the time you get to 8th grade, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the whooping don't even.
They should have really tell it off by then. If it didn't,
you ain't got enough. You ain't finna put enough on this for me to really be moved that much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. At least when an old head could have, but Mom Dukes at that point, I would have to. You know what I mean? You got to do like a butt naked whooping, like you know what I mean. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't really like. It got to a point to where I had. Yeah. That at 8th grade, bro. That ain't going.
Yeah,
you gonna have to put that on the nigga back. You know what I mean?
Just nigga.
I had been doing too much at that point.
Oh man.
I guess we'll read this last one here.
Man, what's up with Dave, man?
It said, I've learned so far that a man can say something that isn't taken serious until way later. So fathers take a thankless task all the time. So fathers take on a thankless task all the time. Yeah, no, we definitely do.
They be dropping them jewels and shit.
Oh no,
they be dropping them jewels. Like, definitely, nigga, you should write a book, yo. Some sayings and shit.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I would definitely read it.
Yeah,
I'd read a book from Dave.
Yeah.
No, Dave is he just like it's like, yeah, he has it's like a wisdom type of thing, and it's not like it's like it's bigger. You know what I mean? So encompassing his fucking that's how he speaks. That's my guy.
I'll be with a crack a fortune cookie up like, oh shit. Dave wrote this motherfucker joint.
No facts.
Yeah, yo, the rainbow
have to have a little bit more
is always colored. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, that's dope.
Wrap us up. Pause.
Like some tight balls.
All right, man. We out, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Yeah, I'm over here dead.
This nigga,
he been working hard. In case y'all see him in the stream sleeping and all like that. That's all good.
No, that's that 70 kicking in. That 70 on his motherfucking.
He was working.
It's dark for it.
It's all good, man. And we ain't gonna let the people, you know what I'm saying? We'll just turn the camera the other way. But hey, thanks for coming through, chilling with the Who You Talking To show. Just remember, no matter what you do, dog, loyalty always loves differently.
100%.
Peace.